Hello, everyone. Visokii Entertainment here. Charlie, Brady. Charlie is blacked out once again.
Squad.
Charlie, I got to say, I forgot to mention this to you. I'll tell you on air, though. When I did the podcast by myself the other night talking about the Omarosa going to the hospital thing, someone hopped in chat and was wondering where you were. I believe the direct quote was, you can go back and watch it. It was, where's the cute, chubby redhead? So apparently you have red hair and you're cute.
That does people do say that a lot. I think it just looks like that on the camera.
Well, there you go. Someone was wondering where you were. I can't remember their name, but if you're that person in here, Melissa says crazy episode.
That does.
Indeed, it was pretty crazy.
That was wild.
So let's get right into it. We had an episode tonight. It was a live POV and a live HOH. Basically, the whole first half of the episode was Ross and Marissa going back and forth on whether they should backdoor James or Shannon or not, which is interesting because Shannon, it looked like they were going to be, ride or die till the end, day one, because they knew each other coming into the house. But Shannon has looked so dominant, and the fact that she aligned herself with James was very interesting. Hello, Veracity. Hello, Melissa. Hello, Super Tan. Welcome, welcome. So the fact that the two, what seemed like strongest players in the house, at least physically, them aligning themselves, it seems like it was a mistake, right, Charlie?
Are we talking Marissa and Shannon?
No, talking Shannon and James.
Yeah, so, I mean, they are the two power people in competitions, I guess. James hasn't won one, but I guess he's been high placed in them all.
He would have won the Bowl Arena comp.
Yeah. So, I mean, I kind of like that they're a duo. I feel like that'll – I could see them sitting in the final two chairs. I mean, that's –
Agreed. Hello, Swifty.
But, yeah, this was wild. We'll get into this. This was good.
Yeah, the episode ended up getting very, very good. Hello, is it Layden or Ladon? I feel bad. Sorry, I mispronounced it. So Ladon says, I hope Shannon finds out the plan. More drama. Melissa said, so glad Shannon didn't leave. She's going to find out about the plan. Yeah, so let's talk about said plan. So Ross basically figures out, in order to win this game, because everyone gets to go home, and I think they know. I think all the celebrities know, all the house guests know. Gets Mark on board, and there's the four votes that he needs. So he's like, you know what? We need to backdoor Shannon. So basically, Ross was hoping that either Super 10 says, I think he's freezing up. Just refresh, or maybe drop the quality down. We are streaming in 720p, so maybe drop it down to 480. I mean, I don't think you need to see my face that clear, but who knows? Maybe you want to. So, also welcome Maddie Mose. So anyway, Ross really wanted Omarosa or Keisha to win the POV, therefore taking themselves off the block. That way there wouldn't be as much blood on his hands, and then it would be even bigger of a blind side. So we get into the live POV competition, and it starts off with Ross and Keisha, I think. And,
yep.
And Keisha wins. A bunch of people end up getting knocked out. It comes down to Keisha, Omarosa, and Marissa. Keisha and Omarosa have to go against each other. Keisha wins. And then Marissa beats Keisha in the final round. This was your standard comp where there was things shown up on – there was an image showed up on the board, and they asked them – based on the count. I don't know about you, Charlie, but for me, it was very obvious which items they were going to pick for over or under or exactly. Literally, the first round, I was like, oh, she's good. I literally just started counting camo helmets.
Huh.
And then, I don't know, every round, the thing that my eyes were drawn to right away was what she was asking about.
Yeah. True.
Was that it for you, too?
Not really.
Brassy said, I need to see you guys in 1080p. Hey, maybe someday. I got a 1080p camera, but yeah. Anyway, Marissa ends up winning POV, and this is where fit hits the Shan. So Marissa, instead of going up to Keisha and saying, hey, I'm going to save you, she walks up to Keisha basically trying to play some games. She already knows she wants to save Keisha and pull her off the block so that they can put Shannon up and backdoor her. So she goes up to Keisha and she's like, Keisha, what are you willing to offer me if I pull you down off the block? And Keisha just starts having a meltdown and just freaking out. And I'm like, what is going on? You can't really tell what she's saying at first. And all you can do is hear the mics. They're like panning over to all the different faces, like Ross's face and Omarosa's face and James's face and Shannon's face. And you just hear the mics picking up the live talking of Keisha and Marissa and a couple other people. And basically what ended up happening was Marissa went to Keisha talking about, hey, are you willing to promise us safety? And Keisha's like, I need to go home.
Yeah.
So she starts talking about how her breast milk is starting to lessen and lessen every day, which, to be honest, that happens after your kid is already a year old. Usually your body slows down on creating breast milk, but she has attributed the slowing down of her producing breast milk naturally to the stress that the house has put her through. So everyone was on board to backdoor Shannon. It's just Keisha had no idea about the plan. Neither did Omarosa. And so the only people that didn't know were Keisha, Omarosa, Meta, and then Shannon and James. And so everyone knew that this was the plan, and Marissa was just trying to get an extra deal out of it. If she wouldn't have talked to Keisha at all and would have just pulled her down, Shannon would be home right now. Shannon would be evicted.
Yeah.
That's crazy, right?
That is true. It was wild. Totally unexpected.
Bucks fan, I'm going to catch up on Raw. All right, Charlie. I think Charlie's eating. So anyway, I'll keep going with the recap. So we go back into the house. We had the live POV ceremony, and Keisha's like, "Please don't use it on me." Pretty much the whole thing is just Keisha just wants to go home at this point, and that's how the episode plays out. Keisha ends up going home. Vote of 7-0, easy peasy. But when she goes back and watches the episode, you think she's probably gonna regret it, right?
I would imagine so, but with the situation, I don't know if she will. One of those. I don't know. There's got to be some like, what if? You know, because I think Keisha would have gone really far in this game because of the situation she was just put in. Because James, Shannon, and Omarosa are all much bigger targets. So,
I mean, look, I know it's her choice. I mean, she's a mom. She wants to breastfeed longer.
Yeah, exactly. She got to do what she got to do.
After a year, she was literally acting like her child needed this breast milk to survive. When Julie, when she was interviewing her after, was like, I mean, how old's your kid? 1? And I think Julie, that she had the same point. Julie was like, how old's your kid? Like, isn't your kid like a year old?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, usually you breastfeed on about, 6 months. And then after a year, like, I guess you can pair it with other foods. But Keisha was like, my baby just likes breast milk more. I don't know what to say. And I'm like, really? You're willing to leave Big Brother just because of a preference of your kid? That's like me being like, yeah, man, I'm willing to go. It's a once in a lifetime opportunity. That's like me being like, yeah, man, sorry, can't go to the Super Bowl when the Patriots are playing because my kid doesn't have anyone to go buy bananas down at the grocery store for him. That's all he'll eat.
I mean,
to me, that's how it came across, but maybe I'm being judgmental. It is tough. Were they sending the breast milk off? Is that what they were doing?
I don't know.
It's only been gone a week. You'd think that they must have had like a stash or something. I don't know.
I don't know.
Supertan says she genuinely acted like she wanted to go home, so I don't think she'll regret. Agreed. Bless you. Agreed. I don't know. To me, but then again, I mean, for someone like me to get the opportunity to be on Big Brother is one thing, but it's obvious that out of everyone in the house, the only people that actually care about being on Big Brother are probably Shannon and Ross.
And Omarosa. She's been a lifelong fan.
Yeah. So it's like they're celebrities, you know, they don't need it. So, I mean, guess it is what it is.
She's to me, in the limelight she was a kid.
Yeah. So Melissa said even if she had a stash, she was pumping and wasn't getting the usual output, that would be an issue when she got out of the house. Yeah, agreed. I don't know. I can see it. I can understand it. I just thought it was odd to wait to have the meltdown about it right then and there. POV. Yeah.
It was, I mean,
in my opinion, it seemed like something where she was super stressed out, a very high stress situation, and losing that POV was, in her mind, she's like, oh my God, I'm at the risk of going home. And she started freaking out, having a mental breakdown. And that was the crutch that she used. That's how it came across to me. It didn't seem like something that was predetermined, because if this was something that was predetermined, A, she can just walk out of the house. She doesn't need the money. Or B, she could have told people well before the POV competition, because she was legitimately trying to win the POV competition. So odd to me. So I guess we'll have a yeah, there's some place to get breast milk, and it was out of nowhere. Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. It was very, very spur of the moment thing. Just odd. Any other takeaways from this, Charlie?
I think it's definitely a first in Big Brother that this has happened. But yeah, it was just very random, and I think whether the situation is, I think this is the best case scenario for the game going forward, because now no matter what, we have Shannon who's going to find out about this, and we have Ross who is, I'm sure, going to be in some – he's going to get thrown under the bus to Shannon at some point, depending on who wins these HOHs coming up.
So a couple things. First, hello, David. Talking about how it seemed out of nowhere. So a couple of questions. Number one, do you think Shannon can get out of this situation now? Melissa asks. Yeah.
She's very smart.
When you're in a house with not a lot of people that are, I mean, think about the people that she can easily manipulate. Shannon could easily manipulate Brandy, Ari, Meta, Mark. Like, there are plenty of people that
have a conversation with them and get them back on their side. Who knows?
And then Super 10 What?
She was just target of the week, and now if James wins HOH, that target's going to go away from him.
Right. So like David and Maddie both brought up, Ari and Brandy were having the conversation about, like, wait, why are we going after? Because in their mind, Ross and Marissa are doing what's best for their alliance, which at the beginning of the week seemed like it was go after Keisha and Omarosa. But now, after the Omarosa going to the hospital thing and Keisha, not being the greatest in competitions, they were like, okay, now they're much weaker, and now that Shannon and James are completely established, blah, blah, blah. But Ross was already thinking about it. Ross and Marissa had already had the conversation. So in a way, it was Ariadna that set it off, because she was the one that told Brandy to go talk to Ross. Ross may have not made the move had it not been for someone else coming up and confirming what he had already been thinking. Instead of rocking the boat and him bringing it up, then all of a sudden, because in his mind, it's Big Brother. You never know. Ari might be under Shannon or James's spell, and all of a sudden they might go right back to him. But the fact that that Brandy went up to the HOH room and brought that up means that they're not aligned with them. So that's good. So, yeah, I mean, it's very interesting. When is the next episode? Wednesday, right? Valentine's Day?
We think I know.
I think it is. I think it's Valentine's Day.
Wednesday and Friday, yeah.
Yeah. Charlie, do you need a Valentine, bro? You got a Valentine?
It's called Lonely Lodge on Fortnite.
All right, Charlie is – dude, that would be so funny, man. Valentine's Day, everyone's going to go Lonely Lodge. So Charlie needs a Valentine. Anyone in chat? We got 9 people in here right now. I mean, not like a huge crowd, but out of the 9, anyone willing to be Charlie's Valentine?
Go to Lonely Lodge on Fortnite. get some good loot, hit the sniper tower, right?
Dude, the sniper tower is a place to be.
I like digging right through it.
I got my meeting for my pre-conference tomorrow. Not looking forward to it. How about you, Charlie? What do you got going on tomorrow, man?
Class at 7 a.m. Get out at 8:15. Get some breakfast action, and then hit the lab at 10 a.m.
Brassy said I'll be everyone's Valentine, but I don't have Fortnite.
Hey, man. It's okay.
There we go. Melissa is confirmed. Charlie, Melissa is now your Valentine. Congrats, man.
Going alone in the lodge.
It's been a couple years since I had a Valentine, so, it'll feel good, man. Send her some chocolates. Chocolate. All right. One other thing I want to touch on. Meta's a weird guy. One thing I want to touch on, Charlie. Meta is a weird guy.
He's the GOAT. He is the GOAT. He reminds me of Justin from Big Brother Over the Top. And I really like it. I thought that scene with the flamingos was pretty good.
Dude, he's fighting. And then he said something, what did he say? He said, I won't let anyone eat you. I've never eaten flamingo. Have you?
Julie when he went to vote, Julie was like, hold on.
He called it. He goes, you want to see these two ducks fight? Flamingos, bro. Come on, Meta.
When he went to vote, Julie was like, hold on. And you could hear him about shit.
He knows he messed up on the first eviction, bro. He's like, yep.
That was pretty good.
That's funny. David said Meta is literally a 5-year-old. That's what it comes across. It really does. Meta deserves fan favorite. Oh, he will absolutely win fame. I don't know. People really like Ross, though, online. Melissa said Meta's weird, but I like him. Ross is reminding me of Paul. Anyone else? Don't say that, Melissa. I'll start to hate him. Now, I like Ross. Ross hasn't orchestrated a bully campaign yet, so. Charlie, what do you think, man? Who's the most Paul of the season?
I don't know if anyone's playing that.
It's James. Just wait till James starts fat shaming Ross and Melissa and sends them home.
No, but the thing with Paul was he had everyone in his palm of his hands. I mean, that's what was so impressive about his game last year. Even though,
because everyone was just fawning over.
They were like starstruck.
Who do you guys want to win HOH next week? Super Tan says.
I want it to be Shannon. I want this to get back to her.
God, wouldn't that be interesting? Omarosa finds out. Omarosa and Shannon and James as the new alliance. I'm loving Brandy and Ari's game, Layden or Ladon says.
They got some game.
Yeah. I mean, also there was a question. I gotta find it. Responded to a question.
I like Mark. That'd be cool.
Yeah, I would like. I mean, Mark even said on the episode though that his plan was to lay low for the first little bit, and that he was a little uneasy about automatically having to play, like having the plan brought to him. Oh, we had a question from Jace Johnson on yesterday's video who said, "Who do you think has had the best DR sessions so far into the season, Charlie?"
Omarosa. She's so subtle in those DRs, and the way she talks, you can tell that none of these DRs are scripted, and I think that's why they're so good.
Yeah, whereas I think James's are very planned out. It's obvious that James had an idea of who he wanted to be going into the season. Omarosa's weird, man. When she was happy-go-lucky Omarosa after the HOH, I don't know, man. She freaks me out.
What the heck?
I gotta say, I actually really like Marissa's DRs this episode, talking about how she can't believe she's actually thinking about getting rid of Shannon. But yeah, Ari for HOH, that would be very interesting.
I don't know if she's playing that aggressive yet.
I also don't know if she's capable of winning an HOH. Is she good at anything? I hate to be that judgmental, but man,
no, I'm sure she is. She's yeah.
But yeah. Anyway, once again, nice short episode. We're about 20 minutes. These kind of, we're going fast, Charlie. We're having basically weekly episodes once every 5 days or something. Or 4 days.
Yeah.
We still haven't reached the 1 week mark yet in the season.
That's nuts, dude.
I know that it's expedited or expedited. Expedited. That's not even a word, is it? I know it's an expedited season, but it has to be the most eventful first week in Big Brother history, right?
It's nuts, dude. Nuts. And we kind of touched on this a little before when we were just talking. The gameplay, man. Everyone's playing. You could say meta isn't right now, but everyone is playing the game. And there's been more gameplay here than the last 3 seasons.
Agreed. And it's fine with Meta and Mark because like they're both floating, but that's only 2 floaters in relation to a normal Big Brother season, which is like 2 people playing the game, and the rest are floaters.
Yeah. It's
nice. Thomas said Brandy's going to be marriage boot camp in March. What? Or in Mar? What?
Going to be on it. I think that's a TV show, Marriage Boot Camp.
Oh, is it?
On it in March.
Everyone's playing the game. I like it. Agreed, David. All right. Anyway, guys, we're going to wrap up for tonight. Make sure to tweet at us, guys. I always say tweet at us, man. I get no love. It's Valentine's Day, guy. Give us some love by liking and subscribing and clicking the little bell when you want us to go living.
Huh.
Trying to rhyme. Anyway.
Hey, it works.
You know what? Till next time, tweet at us. Later.